And Princess Royale, Nada, and Sunta. Thank you.
The Royal Highnesses, Achaxe and Alianora.
Lord, good help. Their Highnesses of the Summit, Wayland and Lingus.
Their Highnesses of Thierry, Said, and Alessandra.
Volunteer, you fail to regularly appreciate the storm throws as they stride amongst you. Thierry has brought its best, its brightest, and its finest. Once more, shake the rafters and hear a huzzah! That was better, but I'm watching you on here. We tried.
Their Majesties invite their landed barons and baronesses to move to the front row and take the seats which are reserved for you, if you wish. And their Majesties bid you make yourselves comfortable. Be ready now for the court of Octamasades and Achaxe. Hear now the words of the crown.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for getting up early and making court happen. We got a big one today, and we're so happy to have you all here. It's such a pleasure to be in this position to be able to come out and look at all your faces and have this experience shared. And it's especially wonderful to be in Adiantum. I love this barony. I love the summit. You guys are amazing. The welcome that you gave everybody, the artistry and pageantry that you turned this inside venue into is magnificent. We appreciate it so much.
It has been an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to serve in this role. Thank you for believing in us. We can't do this unless we believe. I appreciate you all.
Such a good champion.
Your Highnesses, we unfortunately missed the opportunity to take fealty from you because I had to play. We went down
Let's go with it live.
Their Majesties extend an invitation to Alpine Highnesses of the Summits to swear fealty before them. Do you, Prince Wayland and Princess Lindis, now swear fealty to Octamasades and Achaxe, your undoubted king and queen, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and mindful that the honor of the realm and the principality which you claim springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their Majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
We, for our part,
Do swear fealty to you.
Do swear fealty to you.
And we promise to protect and defend you.
and we promise to protect and defend you
And those of your household.
and those of your household,
With all our power.
with all of our power.
So long as we remain sovereign.
as long as we remain
Sovereign
sovereign
to volunteer.
So say we.
So say we, Octamasades, king.
So say we, Achaxe, queen, on here.
Their Majesties now call upon those members of the populace who wish to swear fealty or pledge their support and allegiance to the crown of Antir. Please come forward now. Do you, the people of Antir, affirm that Octamasades and Achaxe are the true and rightful lord and lady of this realm, that you will support and defend them in your hearts and in your homes, and that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, as long as their Majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
And we, for our part,
Do swear
That we shall do all in our power
that we
we shall do all in our power
to protect and defend you,
to protect and defend you,
our subjects,
our subjects,
and to rule you justly,
to rule you justly,
so long as we remain sovereign.
so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we.
say we Achaxe queen on here. Oh, okay. So we had intended to take care of all the forget-me-nots and throw the bigger last night in Roving Court. We didn't quite get everybody, so we're going to call out the rest of the names. If you're here, awesome. If you're not, we'll catch up with you and get you the programs later, but we want to get them announced.
And are there throne savers as well? Should be a couple of throne savers. Go ahead.
Please come forward. Ellen Frazier, Jadwiga, Leonore, Sigvald, Livia, Anton, James Winswick, Bacho, Emma von Bern, Clovis, Jimena, and Refske.
Everybody's still sleeping. It was a oh my goodness.
6 of those, please pass on to Their Highness's summits.
Is Erin the Wanderer here present?
So Arion has been an amazing force in our lives during our reign and even previous to our reign. He continues to provide coins to champions, princesses, kings, and queens, and without fail, and they're beautiful, and we get the joy of handing those out and passing that joy on. He's also instrumental in the warfield and shooting me in the face several times. And as a gift, challenged me, he made me a set of arrows for archery and a bow, which I plan to return to the coming season. Among all of that, he still found time to serve us, and he was there for us whenever we needed him at events, to stand erected, stand guard, and help us out. And so I want to give him, I'm giving him the king's favor for all of the love and support that he gave to us and that he will continue to give to us. Go.
All right. A joyous noise.
Another person that's not here, but they'll be here later, is Jadwiga. I met them during the pandemic, during a 48-hour soul challenge, and they contacted me about my chivalry scroll, which to this day still I have a tiny little promissory from Duchess Ludwig, which is one of my favorite things, because she made sure it happened, even though I got mad at the same day I was on it. And Ludwig contacted me, and I didn't know her from anybody at the time, and said, hey, we're doing this thing, 48-hour challenge, I want to do your night scroll. I'm thinking, wow, night scroll in 48 hours? I don't know. But yeah, she reassured me. They reassured me, thank you. And when they sent me the art that they did, I was speechless. The amazing scroll that I received was beyond any expectation. And they continued through our reign to organize and support and art our scribal and a lot of the wonderful special awards. Not even just the charter, they did a lot of original art and with all of the other stuff they had going on in their life. And it was quite a gift. And for that, I really want to say
A joyous noise for the recipients of the King's favor. Hurrah!
Necklaces for the Lions Pride.
Mara, Princess Royale, Skunka, Prince Royale, the royal progenitors, bid you present yourselves before the thrones.
These are our marvelous children. Who through all of our travels and coming home from work and coming right into work, we see them put up with us. And not just put up with us, but put with us. Again, Stuka has been invaluable. He serves behind the scenes constantly without fail. And I'm going to wake him up here Saturday morning, help me get a bench out of the trailer, and get going without complaint. And I'm so proud of the man. And we're also honoring them with
And Mala, our daughter. This child has been working hard for this kingdom for 15 months. Our auntie ascended the throne and was fought for us. This child did, so sorry, for her auntie, and then has walked every step of our journey with us. She has worked hard both at events and at home. She has been an emotional rock. She has been, well.
She wears a lot of our emotion.
She has borne the work of this reign every month that we have. So, Mara, I have a favor for you. I have your last necklace. And I also. As is our privilege, when people give us personal service on a level that is next level, we have the privilege and honor to recognize them as a Baron of Adiantum.
There's my symbolism, and I would ask you to wear that until we create one for you that bears your symbolism. Please rise, Your Excellency.
It is our privilege to recognize service to the court and their people. Mata Akata has walked our path as sovereigns beside us. Her grace, her laughter and light guide to the right and true, holding us up at home and abroad, not only in mind and body, but in spirit. We, Octamasades and Achaxe, sovereigns on tier, recognize Mata as the Baroness of the court on this day, January 14th, 2023. Y'all didn't know it was Thursday?
For the Prince and Princess Royale, and for Her Excellency, the newest Baroness of the court. 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Your Majesty, Black Lion Principal Herald has a business before your court.
Let them come forward.
Black Lion Principal Herald, present yourself before their Majesty.
Please.
Your Majesty, here do I then need to exercise one of the ancient privileges of my office.
Yes, please.
The On-Tier College of Heralds is summoned into court.
Yeah, there are lots of benches. Please don't feel like you need to kneel. The benches are here for everybody that needs to come up. Honored College Herald, I would have a few words with you before she begins. Thank you for participating in our Get to Know Herald thing that we did on Facebook this rain. It has been an absolute privilege to get to know some of you better and to get to understand your jobs. You all are an incredible force. The amount of work that you do is astounding. And it's not seen often. And so we see you and we appreciate your work. It's a lot. And thank you.
Huzzah!
In the 16th year of our society, Wilhelm von Schlüssel, Laurel King of Arts, sought to recognize those heralds who had greatly served their kingdom's College of Heralds and the Society's College of Arms. To do so, he created the rank of Herald Extraordinary. Wilhelm Laurel charged the principal heralds of each kingdom with the responsibility for elevating deserving heralds to the rank, and gave them the privilege of granting those heralds the right to a personal heraldic title. That is, one vested in the herald's own person, rather than in the territory that they serve. Today, to recognize long and exemplary service given to Ontier and the Society in the varied arts of heraldry, with the Crown's assent, I exercise this privilege and this great responsibility. Let it be all known to all that I, Pompeo Rufina, Black Lion, Principal Herald, with the royal assent of Octamasades and Achaxe, sovereigns of Ontier, in recognition of their long and faithful and excellent service to Ontier and the Society, do hereby raise their trusty and well-beloved servant, Maria Kardashina. To the rank of Herald Extraordinary, and do confer upon them the right to a herald title to be theirs own forever. Their Majesties charge them to consult with their heralds to select the title becoming of this dignity, and do charge them to continue to keep the duties of a true herald, as they have so nobly done to this day. In witness whereof, and in remembrance of your oaths as heralds, drink now deeply from this cup, and be recognized as heralds extraordinary. Yeah, it's yours.
For the new Heralds Extraordinary, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Tina, please don't leave. I have something for you. I live to serve your majesty. hard at work for the last 15 months. You worked with our predecessors to make sure that the ceremonial has gender neutral language. And it has been very important for us, and it will be very important for this kingdom moving forward that DEI is put to the forefront. And you did a huge amount of work to make that happen, and we want to thank you. I would like to give you a queen, or forget me not, first. And this is a queen's favor. There are 4 of them for my reign, and they are all being given to magnificent women who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes and made great impact without shining a light on themselves. So this is for you.
For Pompeo Rufina, recipient of the Queen's favor and the forget-me-not, a joyous noise. It is the wish of their Majesties that Ludwiga Wolfkiller approach the throne.
Well, you can come all the way up and hang out with us.
You're not going to make us run up and down the steps? What's that about?
I'm short. Now I am tall.
I am gonna cry. Nobody in this hall should not know who this woman is. That's just Ludwiga, has been a long time friend, mentor, and all what a good human being. And she has been working also tirelessly for, I won't even say the time because it's probably longer than that. She brought our vision of what our scrolls and charters would look like to life. And she created that in such a way that the artists of our kingdom and other kingdoms could contribute to those, and make each and every one as special and as wonderful as the recipients that we were able to give them to. And every time I get to sign my name to one of them or hand one out, my heart is full. And you did that for us. And I am forever grateful. And King's favor is just a small token of that gratefulness. Thank you so much for loving us so much.
I also have a forget-me-not for you, but that's just the beginning. Ditto what he said. Yes. And a throne's favor.
Did you bring a little girl?
You might need it. I was going to restring this for you, and then I looked at the work and I recognized my mother's hand. And I couldn't cut it apart. So if you wish to cut it apart, you may. No pressure. This is a small token from my family.
According to the customs and traditions of Antir, an augmentation of arms is the highest non-ambiguous award given for service in an official capacity, and thus is not to be bestowed lightly. All present and throughout the kingdom take heed that we, Octamasades and Achaxe, King and Queen of the Kingdom of Antir, have witnessed the exceptional service of one such individual to our kingdom and to ourselves. In recognition of steadfast devotion through our special grace and in certain knowledge of the nobility and worth of this our subject, we bestow upon Ludwiga Wolfkiller an augmentation of honor to be borne on their device in accordance with the College of Arms from this day forward. Given by our hand and seal this 14th day of January, Achaxe. 57.
And we did not choose what you get to augment with. I wanted you to make that choice. And for those that don't know, Her Grace pretty much has, it's hard to give her something she does not already have. So this is the second augmentation of arms for Her Grace.
Oh, the heralds are so excited.
And I want to mention, in addition to what His Majesty said, Her Grace has worked hard to keep our scroll scripts gender neutral, and during the pandemic, Her Grace did a lot of online work as well as all of the scrolls that she's been doing. She has set the bar for forward thinking in this kingdom and for growth and for moving into the next generation and creating space for those who have not been seen before. And that's a lot of what this augmentation is for. Thank you. Joyce, Joyce!
Three cheers. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Sorry, it's gonna be a wet court today.
Yep.
Yes. And just, Mamika, if you're watching, you were part of that as well, and I'm gonna say that on the stage in front of everyone. Thank you. Thank you for the whole team. She had an incredible team. Achaxe, Soraya, Lore, Arnora, Matthew, Eden.
Yes, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Too many to name. We could fill this hall.
Yeah, we talked about it on our online court, and we appreciate all of your work so very much. Thank you very much. Okay.
May I go?
Yes, please.
Eduardo, Francesca, Maria Lucrezia, please present yourselves before the sovereigns of Antier.
Hello. Oh no. So at the beginning of our reign, we designated people to be our personal assistants and to keep our heads straight, to keep us focused. And I wasn't really sure what that role was going to look like. And this man took me by the hand and walked me through being queen. He made travel reservations for me. He judged my scarves, fed me. He teased me. He did everything I needed, and I feel like I had another partner during this reign. And you're a miracle for me. Thank you. I love you so much. A throne favor.
I had two amazing wranglers that kept me in line, took care of my needs and my family, so I could be king. He is not one of them. This man took care of my wife. And at the same time, sure. Cooked for us, 100-degree weather. He was a travel companion. And he gave us,
And her children.
so good.
Hear now the will of Octamasades and Achaxe, sovereigns of Antier. It is the privilege of the crown to reward those who serve and support us, and therefore our realm. To those whose efforts are deserving of great renown, we bestow a special favor. Eduardo is one such. Having served us faithfully and well, we do now wish to make it known our gratitude and our love. It is our pleasure to bestow on them a rare and special honor, an augmentation of arms. In the form of a royal crown jewel to be displayed upon their arms as they wish and registered with the Laurel Sovereign of Arms, done by our hands at the coronation of our heirs, January 14th, Etos Canonias 57, and sanctified by the Great Seal of Antibes. For Eduardo Lucrezia, 3 cheers. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Anna and Helena have business before this court.
How was that visual?
We had a cool things for kids plan. Let's revisit it later. Yes.
Their Majesties are pleased to call Zara bint al-Rama before them.
Sarah, it's been an absolute privilege to know you this evening. You are an example of all it means to be chivalrous and courteous and to be a peer. You are truly an example of what I hope in the future Montreal will hold. Please hear the words of our herald.
When Shea reigned as queen, she determined that as the apple blossom becomes fruit to enrich and sustain us, so too do those of our populace who indeed display grace, courtesy, and chivalry above and beyond that which is expected and deserved recognition. Thus does Her Royal Majesty Achaxe wherewith recognize Zara bint al-Rama with the grace of Antibes for leading by example, and in doing so, promoting those ideals dear to her. Done with the concurrence of Octamasades Antibes and by hand and seal, January 14th, Anna Society Office 57. For Zara bint al-Rama, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah!
Oh, I forgot the auction. She also has been running the auction, and you can just keep going. I'll talk about it. She asked what organization we wanted to represent, and we chose in consultation this semester, the Matthew Shepherd Foundation. So if you would like to help support that cause, there are items for auction out there.
Wonderful.
It often did generously. It's a very worthy cause. Thank you.
Baroness Pisa, companion of the Laurel, has a petition for your Majesty.
Well, let her come forward.
Baroness Pisa, what is your petition?
Your Majesties, the Order of the Laurel is short a member.
Indeed it is. Would the Order of the Laurel please come forward? Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Laurel. Each of you is a peer of this our realm. By virtue of your service, the sharing of your talents with the people of the kingdom. Today you bring before us another for consideration. What is the name of the candidates? Vittoria De Carducci.
Vittoria De Carducci, approach the throne.
Great people of Ontario, hear me quietly, and listen well to my verse. For this tale I shall tell is perhaps not so new, but for the love of sisters, I beg leave today to tell you that which is true. Sisters seven, once there be, daughters of Atlas, then turned birds. Always together, in love and beauty, till one did fall prey to a mortal's honey words. I call upon them now. Maya, Electra, Taegite, Keliana, Alcione, Steropi, Merope. No. But where is she? Where is she, most gentle and kind? Stolen from the sister's love, to be kept forever in darkness in the light? Nay, it shall not be. For these 6 sisters did a battle raise. To their beloved Merope they flew, raising her from her grief, her darkness. They feared, they did subdue. For their love, they did save their dear sister's fate. And to pull her out of her shame, to save one so beloved, it will never be too late. But hark, comes now her arrival and without delay. I call forth the cherubs, the bringers of love and joy. Come, spread your message to those assembled here today. Give them the gifts of pure love of the most rapturous kind, and trumpet the arrival of she, our most sublime. Cast aside this cloak of night and join your sisters. Oh, speakers first? Sorry.
Who will speak in truth, or one who cannot?
I am Rifkin, and I'm going to speak for the Order of Chivalry. Victoria has asked her speakers to focus on imposter syndrome, something most of us have felt. However, feeling like an imposter is not an individual defect, but rather a symptom of a culture that is created on a foundation of self-doubt. As a peer, one of the greatest opportunities and privileges available to us is the power and position to have the ability to shape our culture and nurture our community. When we focus our efforts on fostering an environment where everyone is empowered to fail without judgment, share knowledge rather than hoard it, asking for help is normalized, we feel empowered to challenge ourselves without judgment, and we focus on raising one another up. We create a culture and community where people can thrive, and we discount the notion that self-worth is dictated by how we measure up against others or an unattainable standard of perfection. Victoria is the kind of culture shaper and community builder. She nurtures a culture of kindness rather than fear. She cultivates encouragement, creates connection and the feeling of unity, and fosters inclusivity. And she does all of this on a solid foundation of love. As Mimi Novik stated, sometimes all we need to soothe our souls and ease our burdens is the loving hand of a friend, gently touching our heart and lifting us toward love. Victoria is that hand that lifts on tear toward love. The Order of the Laurel can only be strengthened by her admittance. That's awesome.
I am Elizabeth de Besançon, Majesties of the Order of the Laurel, and it is my privilege to speak for Victoria today. The SCA is a big umbrella, and members find their geek in different places. There is a joy in finding other members who geek about the same kinds of things. When Victoria and I started to become friends, it was obvious that we both found joy in deconstructing the garments and portraiture and then trying to recreate them using methods that our forebears might find familiar. The joy of sewing a seam by hand because it needed a bit of give right there in order to sit and move as the original nightcap. Finding fibers and textiles that would act in similar ways. Researching the ways these garments may have been embellished and clothed and worn. Victoria not only finds joy in this research and construction, but also in the sharing what she has learned with others. It takes time to teach, not only to find and prepare materials, but to feel comfortable in front of a group of people. Victoria knows what she's teaching, and while she admits that being in front of a group of people still brings nerves, she is finding her voice and her confidence in her ability to teach. For these reasons and others, I welcome her as my peer.
Greetings, I am Rafaela Di Contino, and while I am also a member of the Order of the Laurel, I have come to speak to you today of my sister as a member of the Order of the Pelican, and I would like to speak to you about her heart of service. My sister has overcome so much in her path, things that for other people may have been the end of the line. She has chosen again and again to forge new paths, despite fear, sometimes overwhelming fear and pain. And what has driven her often to continue is not love of self, it is love of others. She absolutely believes in lifting others up and seeing that as more important than herself is always her primary goal. The love of others is really what motivates her. It is hard for her to see how others love her. And so we are here to be her reflection and remind her that she has given so much. She has given us a community. She has given so much of us knowledge and patience. She has created an entire community and beautified and strengthened that community under her guidance, love, and patience. In addition to creating that community, she is spread the love of Venice, which I'm a fan of. And I think sometimes, most importantly to me, and something that is so needful, she has talked about her struggles. She has talked about how sometimes she's not okay. And we need to be able to acknowledge that sometimes we're not okay and we need help. Thank you.
My name is Elisabetta Tommaso di Carducci, and it is my absolute joy and pleasure today to speak of my grandam, Vittoria di Carducci, as a member of the Order of the Valorous Estate, as a Viscountess of the Principality of the Summits in the Kingdom of Antir. And today I want to talk to you about grace and joy and creating safe spaces. It is the charge of every royal when they take the throne to serve everybody, be they high or low. And Vittoria embodies this in everything that she does. No matter who they are, whether she knows them personally or whether they are just off the street, she's always willing to welcome them into her community and to create a safe space for others to not only share the things that they love, but to be themselves. Whether or not they're scared to death, like I am right now speaking to all of you, or whether they're in her home where she has welcomed them over a cup of tea to create that safe and welcoming and intimate environment that makes others feel welcome and that they are a part of the thing and the beauty that she is creating and weaving with her hands, her heart, and her voice. Others have talked about imposter syndrome and about her heart and her joy. And these things are true. And I want to tell you, Vittoria, that you have slain my imposter syndrome in the way that you have treated other people around you and the way that you have treated the people in front of you, the people who are coming up behind you. And I am overjoyed that my crown is welcoming you today as the peer that I know that you are.
Majesties, I am Master Griffin the Black, companion of Laurel and of Great Shaft. It is my duty to the crown to give wise counsel, to never give false counsel. I will speak the truth to the crown today. This woman before you, her women love her. If I knew nothing else about her, that would be enough. But she has also committed such acts of courage and valor just to get this far. It should be the admiration of any knight worth their spurs. And, as others have said truthfully, she has done such sacrifice of her well-being and even her physical health that she should have won the admiration of any pelican that ever opened their breast to be their group. She will never abide cruelty in any fashion. She will always speak for those who have no voice. She could truthfully take the motto, "How can I help?" Your Majesties, my counsel this day is that you would accept the advice of this assembled civil council and admit her this day into our order. You will have enriched all Antir. I have spoken.
Wait.
Netta Zabata, and I speak for Victoria as a member of the populace. I am new to this kingdom, and Victoria was first that after moving during the plague, and in the intervening time, come to know her deeply. Her skills at Venetian dress and knowledge of late period Venice are well known and greatly admired. Her teaching heart and community building have been lauded as well. However, I wish to speak of another aspect of Victoria. She oftentimes likes to hold up the proverbial mirror for others. In so doing, she shows us how we are to others, which is often vastly different than we see ourselves. Thank you, imposter syndrome. So she builds our confidence in ourselves while helping us build our own knowledge and skills. She fosters an attitude of building. She never tears down. I hope the words said by all of us here today shine her mirror back at her so she may see herself as we all see her, knowledgeable, skilled, a builder of community and the people therein, wise, thoughtful, and fiercely loyal.
My laurels, is it your desire that Victoria di Carducci be admitted to this order?
Yes, Your Majesties.
Believe the true words spoken here. Raise your head. Stand tall. Cast aside your cloak of night and join your family to continue to shine and inspire others.
As you are not sworn in fealty to another, by what name do you wish to know?
Majesty Victoria di Carducci.
Victoria, seeing your light shine throughout the lands, we are very much minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. They who serve on tier with mastery of the arts, will you accept from us this honor and swear to fulfill the duties and rights of the order as you most surely have until now?
Yes, Your Majesty.
By what symbols would you swear your vows of fealty?
I would swear upon the sacred waters of Antir and the person of the queen.
Who's got the ring?
To serve the work of art and inspiration with all my person, as I am able, to share with gracious abandon what the muses grant to those who would learn, to create places within and without where art and beauty may thrive, to hold high the mirror of inner truth, so that others may see their own worth, to defend the small and afraid, to speak for the unheard, to raise up in joy the victories of others, no matter how small. For even the smallest thing tips the scale from hope to despair. To bring low those who delight in cruelty, for they have no place in the work. This on tier I so swear. By the crimson fire beneath the mountains, by the gray of the ocean deep, by the black sleeping soil beneath our feet, by the wind beneath the eagle's wings, by the fire of the stars that guide us home. My devotion and loyalty, for as long as I breathe, on tier, I am yours.
On tier hears and accepts
your vows of loyalty and service. Know that you are forever home, forever safe. Welcome home.
Bring forth the medallion.
Who's got the medallion?
Your Majesty, this medallion has no lineage it begins with her. For only pearls of this magnitude fit Venetian glory.
Wow. Take from our hands this token of your accomplishments, our esteem. Oh, bring forth the circlet. This was grown in her herb garden and has become a bit of a tradition in the Pacific region, where this circlet, as a symbol of that nobility to which your own labors have, as much as our recognition, have raised you, is there a mantle.
And Your Majesties, if you would allow, we also have one more piece of regalia that is from her adopted barony. This was first commissioned by Baroness Isabeau, created by Master Sven. It has since been passed down to every new baby laurel of Lothanor, and she has, with metaphorically and consensually, been licked by Lothanor. Hours.
Our demon.
Thank you, my Kira. This is beautiful work.
The words I buy, the Bernasara.
Rise now and go to your family.
I have one more little thing that I would like to say. You have created a platform for lifting others up, and we are honored to increase that platform by elevating you to the order of the world. Thank you for being awesome, and I'm so excited to welcome you. I get to present.
Is admitted to the right noble order of the Laurel and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of Adiantum. 3 cheers. Hip, hip.
And let's take the hugs to the back of the room, please. Walk your train.
Sneak right in here.
What's up?
You guys help me your show here.
Oh no, it's okay. I just need these.
Salvador Rodrigo de Granada. Should you be present, present yourselves now before the table throw.
Or,
Salvador's word fame has reached us. His joyfulness, what? His passion for rapier and how infectious that is to those around. So with that, we will award Salvador a single call. Oh. Get out the way! Get out the way!
Strength and prowess come through effort and dedication. When combined with chivalry and courtesy, these sustain our realm. It is with this in mind that we, Octamasades, the finely coiffed on tier, Achaxe, better than your queen on tier, to take up our prerogative to elevate our subject Salvador Rodrigo de Granada for their skill upon the field of honor with fellowship in the noble order of the Sable Gauntlet. Done by our royal hand until January 14th, Estos Conianas 57. Yes. Let all members of the Order of the Pelican here present by order of their Majesties come now before the thrones on tier and take their ease. Phelan! Sir Phelan, companion of the Pelican, what is your petition for their Majesties?
Your Majesties, we're several members of the order. But we'll start with one. That would be John Magdalena Alberti, come to your crown. Please.
Seamus O'Callaghan, as a royal peer, will you speak for this candidate?
I am Viscount Seamus O'Callaghan, Order of the Laurel, Order of the Pelican, Order of the Summits. And as a companion of the Valorous Estates, we talk a lot about inspiration. Gianna inspires others to serve. She sees a job that needs done, and others are so inspired by her leadership, thoughtfulness, and knowledge that they step up and join her. Sometimes she even inspires people from on tier to fly to golf floors and coordinate classes. She has been my peer since I met her. Thank you for inspiring me in my service and in my arts. Thank you, Your Majesties.
Thank you. Dame Geneva Cho, would you speak for this candidate?
Jean-Pierre. Hello, my name is Baroness Jean-Pierre Chou, Order of the Pelican. I've had the privilege to work with Gianna for the last 4 or 5 years. It feels like a decade, but I have been playing that. Gianna is not only an inspiration, she is a leader and a teacher. So anyone who has taken a class from her knows that she puts her heart and soul into her research and provides it so others may go forth with the same passion that she does. That leadership is what we look for in a pelican. We want people who will spread that passion to the entire land, who will encourage others to do the same and walk in their footsteps. That is what she does. So much so that Antir said we must be the ones to make her a pelican. They petitioned and sought out to claim her as our own. And that is what we are here for today, to bring her into our flock as a leader, as a teacher, as an amazing person. Thank you.
Octamasades, would you speak next?
I am Octamasades of the Mineral, Order of the Pelican, and I find myself with an honor beyond words in commending this individual to you today. That said, I do have several, so I need to get corrected. So before you stands a woman whose resume speaks for itself, but her resume will not list her kindness and how she supported and encouraged a fairly terrified new officer in navigating the intricacies of her new job. And her willingness to take on huge burdens to lighten someone else's load by just a little. The kindness of her check-ins, the endless ear of support, the always asking, how can I help? We can't note these things with bullet points and date stamps, but this kindness is rare and invaluable. Her resume doesn't speak to her curiosity, the way she considers every viewpoint, even those many would scoff at, to fully understand the motivation behind what may be harsh words. Her exploration of hard truth through vast discomfort, the ability to keep asking why and not just why on earth. That curiosity serves to bridge gaps instead of widening them. And her resume will not list her bravery, which is at the heart of DEI work. I speak often of the way that this work takes as it gives. And while many recognize that there is emotional labor involved, very few understand the personal vulnerability. Her work demands that she strips away the safety of the familiar and present the hardest parts of her life in the name of education. There is no separation, and there can be no walls, and there will be pushback and dismissal and derision, because even now people still sneer at the core values that make our game so cherished. And bravely does she look them in the eye and tell them how they can be better. She is my sister. She is a sister of my soul. She deserves this, and she deserves everything that we can give her. Thank you.
Birthmaker, far traveler, Sir Helga.
Your Majesty, the lobby is eloquent as that. May I address your time, please? You don't need to know my name. You need to know hers. This is your day. You asked me to speak. So I will speak as a knight. We speak as courage, for courage, bravery, honor, justice, all of those things. You embody every one of the virtues. You are a peer who will break the curve. Also, now I will be less eloquent and ask Your Majesty's permission to cuss. I was made a peer in telling the establishment to go fuck itself. You outstrip my ability to do that.
Duke John the Barrack Taylor has sent words to his spokesman, Duke Steerco.
Your Majesties, I apologize for turning the focus this way briefly. As honored as I am to be a part of Maestro Diana's elevation in any way, I bear the words of the President of the SCA, Duke John the Bear Killer. I am honored to have this chance to speak for the very worthy Magnifica Gianna Maddalena Alberti on this day of her elevation in the Order of the Pelican. The duties of being a peer of the society are the same no matter the peerage: courtesy, enrichment, and sharing of one's knowledge and skills, respect for the crown, and uphold the laws of one's kingdom and corpora, etc. But the focus of the as someone who has attained the standard of service which is above and beyond that normally expected of members of the society. Gianna! Exclamation mark. Gianna in so many areas it is difficult to decide where to even begin listing what is above and beyond. Before and after Gianna became a laurel, the focus was service, teaching in a multitude of areas, writing, heraldry, organizing, and running a salon at events in which hospitality and knowledge was offered to all. Reservationist, online event planning, and execution, the list could continue. Oh yes, there was also the work as the very first corporate diversity, equity, and inclusion officer for the SCA Incorporated. And let no one forget that Gianna was also a member of the board of directors for the SCA Inc. This service came during COVID, which is one of the most trying times for the organization and its participants. Selfless service, service for others that was at times difficult, draining, and emotionally painful, but always with concern for seeing that everyone had a fair and safe place to be, always teaching, always kind, always fierce, always offering and giving service. It is my particular belief that Gianna has defined what it is said to be above and beyond that normally expected of service. Gianna is without a doubt a peer and most deserving of this pelican today. In respect, John, Duke John the Bear Killer, called the Bastard.
Huzzah!
Is it your desire that Gianna and Albert be admitted to this Achaxe?
Yes, Your Majesties!
Well, please, with your continued efforts and diligent service to this, our kingdom, and our society at large, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers.
On to a deep breath.
We are minded to create you the companion of the Order of Intelligence. Will you accept from us this honor? And swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of this order.
Then will you, Gianna Maddalena Alberti, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world, as far as it is within your power to do so.
Report to the medallion.
It is made for Magnifica Gianna. The medallion is made by Baroness Alpha Crystal Waters of Crown and Chalice. The necklace was made for her by Molima Manuna Sequia of where is it? Granada, I apologize. So it is a gift of love.
Take from our hands this token of your accomplishment and ours.
Bring forth the cap of maintenance and the circlet.
Your Majesty, I had the honor of being asked by the newest member of your order to craft this circlet, and I believe I am justifiably proud of that work.
We're not going to actually put it on, but wear this as a symbol of your nobility, to which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known on this day, Gianna Maddalena Alberti, Madalena Alberti is admitted as a peer to the Kingdom of Antir in the Right Noble Order of the Pelican. And upon which symbol of state will you swear fealty?
The seal and the oar, please. Big box, little box. Sorry for not being prepared. Is there a mantle? We called for it and it didn't come up. Let's do the mantle.
Imagine that I am Master Charles.
To help those poor benighted souls amongst us that do not yet speak Italian, I will translate. I do here promise
Io qui prometto
to the crown of Antir
alla corona di Antir
to practice courtesy, kindness, and chivalry,
di mettere in pratica la cortesia, la gentilezza e la cavalleria,
to uphold our laws,
di sostenere le nostre leggi,
to advise honestly,
di consigliare con onestà,
to protect the vulnerable,
di proteggere i deboli,
to place justice and equity above popularity,
di considerare la giustizia e l'equità al sopra della fama,
to labor for good,
di lavorare per il bene,
to serve and enrich the society,
di servire e arricchire la società,
so that it may flourish
affinché possa prosperare
and to be worthy of the title of Pelican.
e di essere degna del titolo di Pelicano.
Hereby my honor, my hand,
Ora sul mio onore, sulla mia mano
and my heart say I.
e sul mio cuore, io, Gianna Maddalena Alberti, lo dichiaro.
And we, for our part,
Swear to protect and defend you.
do swear to protect and defend you
And your household with all our power.
and your household with all of our power,
So long as you remain sovereigns of Antir.
so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Octamasades.
So say we, Octamasades, King Antir.
So say we, Achaxe, Queen Antir. Arise, Magnifica Gianna.
This Pelican patent scroll was created by Gracia Albrabano. Show, but do not read.
Everybody knows to bring that kind of legwork out.
your left foot in. You put your left foot out. You put your left foot in. And you do it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you do it all around. That's what it's all about. I had a hard time without roller skates.
My lords and ladies, Her Excellency, Ayla Ra has business in this court.
Your Majesties, I have served as your representative in the Barony of Adiantum.
Granted!
With joy. But now I am weary, and I've come to be relieved of this burden.
We understand your desire.
And we are grateful for your service.
And we are most grateful.
Have you released all those in fealty to you?
Have you released all those in fealty to you?
I have.
Your Majesty,
Your Majesties,
I have been honored to serve your kingdom
I have been honored to serve your kingdom
and the people of Adiantum.
and the people of Adiantum
As baronial coronet.
as the baronial coronet.
But it is now time for me to resign in the service
But it is now time for me to resign my service
and render the barony to your care and keeping.
and render the barony to your care and keeping.
We grant your request for relief.
Hereby grant your request
For relief of your duties. As baronial coronet of Adiantum. As baronial coronet.
As the royal coronet of Adiantum.
Though we are loath to lose.
We are loath to lose.
Such a service as you have sent to us.
Such a service you have given to us.
We release you from your oath of fealty.
We release you from this oath of fealty.
It would please us to style you
The Baroness of our court.
the Baroness of our court.
Will you accept this honor from our family?
With pleasure.
Pray heed now to the decree of the sovereigns of Antir, mighty Octamasades, and Antir's ethereal light and inspiration, our wise Achaxe. Honor dictates and reason ordains that it is the privilege of the crown to recognize certain nobility, to honor and reward those faithful in service unto our lands. We have seen such nobility in Ayla Ra, who has served as a landed baroness these many years, and as such has guided and protected our lands of Adiantum wisely and well. We are now pleased to style them a baroness of our royal court. We further decree that they be afforded such honor and respect as benefits a person of great worth and courtesy. We confirm and acknowledge unto them all rights and responsibilities attendant upon this rank, without let or hindrance from any person. This do we confirm by our hands and sanctify by affixing the great seal of Antir on these documents, January 14th at 12th night, Etos tis Canonias 57.
In addition to all of those awesome words, I would like to thank you for raging hard against the pandemic and for keeping your people together. These baronial reigns through the pandemic and bringing us back have been particularly difficult, and I appreciate all of the hard work and passion and love that you have put forth. And this seems like not enough, but please rise, Your Excellency. You're free.
Murtaugh, speak now. The barony now asks that your majesties name a new baronial coronet as your representative in their homeland.
Your Majesties, Adiantum is now without coronet. Would you please name a new baron and baroness for us?
We name Brynjar and Isis.
Brynjar Ophos and Isis Sat Nenes Bastet, their majesties invite your presence in their court.
Greetings unto your majesties from Brynjar and Isis. They have come to answer your call.
Brynjar and Isis, their majesties do here invite your service to their barony and kingdom. Will you accept from them the title and responsibilities of baronial coronets of Adiantum, and will you swear fealty to the crown of Antir for this barony? Right mindful that you will be representatives of the crown of Antir, do you understand that you will be responsible for the defense, nurturing, and well-being of the barony?
We're gonna do cornets first? We don't know what's happening.
My king, I, Octamasades, king of Antir.
I, Octamasades, king of Antir.
Do now name you Brynjar Ophos,
Do now name you Brynjar Ophos,
baron of Adiantum,
baron of Adiantum,
to stand in our place
to stand in our place
in all matters ceremonial.
in all matters ceremonial.
Wear this coronet
Wear this coronet
as a symbol of your title
as a symbol of your title
and of the responsibility you bear.
and of the responsibility you bear.
I, Achaxe,
I, Achaxe,
queen of Antir,
Queen of Antir,
do now name you Isis Sat. Do now name you
we now name you Isis.
Sat Nenes Bastet.
What is that last name?
Sat Nenes Bastet.
That name, that's Bastet, I'm so sorry.
Baroness of Adiantum,
Baroness of Adiantum,
to stand in our place
to stand in our place
in all matters ceremonial.
in all matters ceremonial.
Wear this coronet
Wear this coronet
as a symbol of your title
as a symbol of your title
and of the responsibility you bear.
and of the responsibility you bear.
Bring forth the sword. Do you now swear fealty for the barony of Adiantum, to Octamasades and Achaxe, your liege lord and lady, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, that you will uphold the crown and kingdom of Antir, and mindful that the harmony of your barony and of the kingdom springs from your own deeds, that you will deal courteously with those of every degree, so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir. And we, for our part, do swear to these baronial clients.
Do swear to these baronial clients
Of Adiantum.
of Adiantum,
And to their barony.
to their barony,
And to their household.
to their household,
To protect and defend them.
to protect and defend them
With all our power.
with all of our
power.
So long as we remain sovereign to them.
So long as we remain sovereign
of Antir. So say we, Octamasades, King Antir.
So say we, Achaxe, Queen, Antir.
Be it known to the people of Antir that Brynjar Ulfos and Isis Satnenes Basket will henceforth be known as baronial coronets of Adiantum.
So it is now the option for the officers and the sergeants to swear fealty, because the court time is, they're going to be doing that at 12:30 in front of 12:50 in front of the fireplace, so 15 in front of the fireplace. So we're very excited to see what you do in these roles and look forward to seeing how this happens. Thank you very much.
Three cheers. Huzzah! 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 Raven Kara Ton, please approach the crown.
For those of you that don't know Raven, you're missing out. This person has long been an inspiration to me. They went to high school together. For a little perspective.
Raven made my first ever scroll, my AOE scroll, my most cherished scroll ever because
You, for a very long time, have served kind of in the shadows, and I just went through it and I was shocked. Just like, how did you know this song? So we would like to remedy that today.
All here assembled now attend the voice of the sable lions of Antir, great Octamasades and gracious Achaxe, take great pleasure in recognizing those amongst our populace that embody the courtesy, chivalry, nobility, and grace that our society does so highly value. The care to every action, the generosity of spirit, and the quiet grace by which they comport themselves sets the exemplar for all who witness them. For being that exemplar, we are now minded to bestow upon Raven Karaton membership in our order of the Gut de Sang for their fine example by every word and deed.
The real reason why I was looking at OP was to see whether or not this incredible woman had a heart. Because her research into persona is what I have based mine on. And she has been a trailblazer in Scythian research. And I would like to pass on my own heart medallion It's one of the originals done by Duchess Law students. And I can think of nobody more deserving of this than you. Thank you. Cool scrolls, the card scroll is just stunning.
Reminded to bestow upon Raven Karaton membership in our Order of the Cart for their fine example by their every word and deed. This do we confirm by our hands and sanctify by the affixing of the Great Seal of Antir on this January 14th and 12th night, Itos Tis Canonias 57. The sable thrones require their subject Marion to present themselves, and also Ambrose.
I started in the SCA. I was about 19 in this fair. The Gulf was my first fair. And I was started smart. Almost helmet was one of the first helmets that I borrowed. Over that sweaty point when he was done fighting. That's how much passion I had for this one. Under the bridge. I would not be here or probably in the society if it wasn't for the fostering and the passion and the amazingness of these two folks. I even played a little room in the car poorly in Ambrose's garage. We weren't hitting each other with sticks, and he put up with me then. And I got to watch him walk his path, and that helped me to find my path. And watching you do your path and learning from you, and they embody what the SCA is about, with their care and their give and their fostering of all aspects, and they never quit, and the passion was always there. And it was that dream of life to be able to do something for folks that inspired me so long.
Please hear the words of our herald.
When Shea reigned as queen, she determined that as the apple blossom becomes fruit to enrich and sustain, so too do those of our populace, who indeed display grace, courtesy, and chivalry above and beyond that which is expected and deserve recognition. Thus, their royal majesties herewith recognize Ambrose
and
Marion with the grace of Antir for leading by example, and in doing so promoting those ideals dear to them. Done with the concurrence of Octamasades, Antir, and by hand and seal, January 14th, Anno Societatis 57. For the new graces of Antir, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Your Majesties, the members of the Order of the Rose and the members of the Order of Valorous Estate have a petition to bring before you.
Well, let's hear it. Do we have a representative? A full group?
Want to do it?
I don't know what. Okay, good. Your Majesties, the Order of the Rose and the Valorous Estate wish to recommend to honor one of your subjects by granting them the honor of the belated rose. Have we your permission to call them forward? Please. Exalt the Rosalon.
We are absolutely honored to
hear the words of our herald.
For continuing exemplary honor, chivalry, and courtesy, Isolde de Brossolon has gained the notice of the Order of the Rose and the Valorous Estate.
Whereas we concur that they rightly deserve recognition, we are minded to create them a member of the honor of the belated rose.
This do we Octamasades of Antir and we Achaxe of Antir proclaim this 14th day of January on a society topic 57.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry. Companions, be gender neutral, be properly. I would also like to have the Lions of Antir come forward.
In the second reign of Torquil and Ludwika, their Majesty.
Well, I have a lot of roots in Adiantum. And I started very young. And I spent a lot of time in this woman's house learning. And then I went away. I traveled once here. And every time I came back to Adiantum, it was better. And better and better and better. I can't begin to list all of the ways that you have increased the wealth and courtesy and chivalry of our kingdom, and how you continue to contribute steadfastly, focused.
All of the art hanging is this woman's brainchild. If you want to know more about what she's done, she was a high school teacher here in this area and recruited many of the people that played in this barony. She is responsible for so much, and it is an absolute honor to recognize you with the Lion of Antir. Done by both the art by Raven and the words by Grace. And Arnora was the wordsmith.
Be it known that Isolde of Brossolon has long labored joyfully to raise the Barony of Adiantum and the Principality of the Summit to new heights, and thereby raise the Kingdom of Antir. With a generous heart, she has guided many newcomers to our land. With clear vision, she has led many of our subjects to create great works. With art and service, she has enriched and beautified our realm. Thus do we now create her a Fellow of the Honor of Lion of Antir, with all the privileges pertaining thereto. Across 57. Her Majesties require Ariana to approach the sable throne.
We don't have a last name. She is from Adiantum.
Arena?
Ariana.
I'm quite sure.
She's here. She's here.
Probably working.
Sorry.
Oh, so nervous.
So even though you've tried, your word fame has failed to stay behind the scenes. The word fame of this individual is research about how they support all those around them, how they take care of their community and their family, their chosen family, so that those folks can go on to continue to serve their barony, their principality, and their kingdom. And serving in a community like that and supporting people is the foundation of what we hold dearest. And for that, we would like to give you a award of ours.
Raise hand and listen to the wise words of their Royal Majesties, the Octamasades, Sable Lions of Antir. It is one of the joys of the crown to recognize skill, encourage, and to congratulate those who seek to improve their abilities. In honor of this spirit and in appreciation of their talents, their Majesties are pleased to recognize Ariana with an award of arms by hand and seal, January 14th, in the year 57 of the Society. Balin Toulouse-Mitter, companion of the Pelican, has a petition for their Majesties. Let them come before the throne.
Sir, what is your petition?
Your Majesties, as we discussed earlier, our order is still missing a couple people that we were hoping to have today. May I call the next one forward?
It would be our greatest pleasure.
Yes, MacTorl B. Come before their Majesties.
Let's have the order
And the
of the
order.
Pelican and come up and
Their Majesties summon the Order of the Pelican. Come into their presence. Let Pierce McTerla approach the throne.
for this candidate?
Not of your order, but I would like to begin.
Excellent.
I am the Honorable Lady, Elis de la Rose. I am not a laurel or a pelican, or in fact a deer of any kind. And yet, I am here today speaking to our great majesties and our fabulous populace because Pierce asked me to speak on his behalf. I tell you this because it serves as a very current and yet very small example of his disposition. He is welcoming to all. He wants voices of all kinds to be heard, and wherever he is able, he steps in to make space for those voices. Being welcoming has always been a part of who Pierce is for all the years I've known him. He is one of the people responsible for keeping the Glenduve and rapier practice up and running over the years. Their practice is held on a college campus. That means lots of great opportunities for welcoming people, but that can also mean a lot of temporary participants. Pierce and his house have managed incredible retention rates, which has resulted in the biggest regular rapier practice in the kingdom. Quite a few newcomers who participated in these practices started attending events, and many wanted to camp with Pierce in his house. Eventually, there were so many who had a positive newcomer experience with House Honey Badger that they went on to start their own house, the Garrison, with a specific focus on welcoming newcomers. That is the legacy and process that Pierce and his house have begun. Pierce was part of the organizing team to get his barony involved in the Southern Oregon Pride Parade. This not only gave space and voice to LGBTQ members of the barony, but showed other members and potential future members that Glenduve is welcoming to the LGBTQ community. In this same vein, he and his house joined forces with Clan Bluefeather 2 years running to host, and I quote, the Big Gay Root Beer Social at where he made a literal safe space for all who attended. In our near 10 years of friendship, Pierce has gone out of his way to make a welcoming space for everyone in need of it, whether they are new or longtime participants. This is a facet of service that is vital to keeping our dream alive, and I can think of no one better who should be recognized for this work.
Majesties. My name is Viscount Baron Master Snorri Randallson, and I'm here to speak for the Order of the Laurel. So, as a member of the Order of the Laurel, it's kind of my job in these situations to speak to the artistry of the individual. If Pierce has an artistry, it is his ability to make anyone, and I mean anyone, feel not only welcomed, but embraced in our game. I'm a relative newcomer to Ontier. It's been a few years. At my very first event in your kingdom, Pierce stepped up. He offered to help with my retinue. I was princess at the time. And from that time forward, has gone out of his way to make me personally feel welcome in a kingdom which was arguably my enemy. I mean, expat from those western wars that we all hear about. We forget. We didn't talk about you. In my years here, Pierce has been integral in not only my feeling of welcome, but the feeling of being welcomed, and as I said, embraced in this culture, in one of the most vibrant and accepting kingdoms that I've had the pleasure to be a part of. And moving forward from that point, Pierce has helped to stabilize and enthrone what I believe may well be the most open, accepting, equitable, and diverse communities possibly in our game. Glenduve is a place like I have never seen. And I place a large part of that success in yours and your Excellency's hands. And it fills my heart with joy to call you my peer.
This is truly an art. Please. Oh, I can't look at you. I am Viscountess of John and I'm speaking today as a royal peer, but
I'm speaking, no, I'm just gonna embrace it. I'm speaking as your friend. This man, I know it's the tried and true, but he knows when to speak and when to be quiet. He knows when to come up to someone and say, hey, no, really, take a break, go to bed. But he also knows when to quietly but firmly tell someone, no, seriously, you're being a jerk. Don't do this either. And it is beautiful. I have watched this man deal with some of the most stupid BS. And he's done it with grace and with love. I have watched you do things that I personally would have flipped off everything and went home. And you smile. I could tell you were about to break a tooth. You were smiling. And you still made everyone there feel loved because you do not take your frustrations out on others. You stay being that amazing, amazing person that keeps me coming back. So thank you for being one of the people that makes me feel okay to be myself, because you were the first one in this kingdom to tell me that my loud weirdness was okay.
Yeah.
On behalf of all the loud weirdos. Thank you. You serve our kingdom in so many ways, but just letting us be our weirdo selves matters so much. So I love you, and I didn't cry.
I am Master Verak McFarlane McDomingon, companion of the Order of Defense. I have known Pierce for a very long time. Very, very well. As a member of the Order of Defense, it is our duty to speak of wit, dexterity, of the fine manipulation, of finding the small holes and weaving your way through the difficult tasks. And I have seen him, I have watched Pierce find the path that did not appear to exist. Find the way to weave, making a community and helping to bring others into this community, helping to deal with the roadblocks, the difficulties, with an amazing talent for finding that path forward, for finding the way to make everyone feel like it's a success, to not have the winners and the losers, but to make everyone a winner together. That is part of what makes all of these things these other speakers have talked about possible, is the fact that he doesn't drive away anyone. He makes sure everyone, whether they were on his side to begin with or not, feels at the end like they have been on the winning side. That skill, that ability to do the impossible is what makes him obviously worthy to be a pelican.
Majesties, Highnesses. I wasn't going to tell you my name because it's irrelevant. It's not about me. But I'm told words have power. My name is Viscount Durin Oldenmore Torkilskin, Master of the Pelican, Knight of Antier. And I'm here to speak as a knight, which means I'm going to talk about his knightly virtues. Chivalry, honor, courtesy, empathy, all of those. Because I'm sure none of you would have any idea Pierce's possession of those if my loudmouth ass didn't come up here and tell you. Pierce, from the day he started in the society, he was a driving force in Dupin, in Summits, and eventually in Antier itself. He is one of those people who by default comes to your mind when you think, I need someone who can give me an objective opinion, or someone who can help me with an issue that I'm having problems with when I need advice, when I need something, because you know you can do that. He's kind of unofficially called the adultiest adult for a reason. He is one of my heroes in the SCA. As a Master of Defense, his students are better examples of chivalry than I am. It is amazing what he accomplishes. He is my peer, my friend, and a far better person than I am.
I am Viscount Seamus Kelly, Order of the Laurel, Order of the Pelican, Order of the Summits. And I I come as a member of the Valorous Estates. Pierce has been my friend. He's been my advisor when I was Prince of the Summits. Drink. He makes every task he takes on more organized, more efficient, and completes the task with such joy that it hardly seems that it is any work at all. We all know it really was a lot more. There is no one as adulty as Pierce. He's adulty of all adults. He is and has been a pelican. Thank you, Your Majesties, for bestowing the honor on a person who is a pelican with every fiber of his being.
Is it your desire, my pelicans, that Pierce be admitted to deliver? Wow.
Is it your continued wish that Pierce be admitted into the noble order of the Pelican?
Yes, Pierce, are you sworn in fealty to another?
I am not.
Pierce McCurlock, well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you as companion of the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept from us this honor and swear to uphold the rights, responsibilities
of this order?
I will, Your Majesties.
Then will you, Pierce McCurlock, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talent as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world, as far as it is within your power.
I will.
Bring forth the medallion. Is there a lineage?
There's no lineage, but can I speak a few words on this? This medallion, I ordered it immediately after Pierce was put on vigil, and the artist expedited it because when I spoke to them, they asked who was it for, and all I had to say was Pierce of Antier, and their response was, "I know him. He's a friend. I will get it to you, and I'm sorry I can't be there." So from your Baroness to Baron.
This token of your accomplishment and our esteem. Bring forth the mantle and the cap of maintenance. Made by parents. Wearing this cap and mantle as symbols of that nobility to which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known that on this day, Pierce McCurlock has been admitted to the right noble order of the Pelican and will be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antier. Would you now swear fealty to the crown?
I would.
Upon which symbol of state?
The order.
Yes.
Recognize fealty to the
Two, one.
I, Pierce McCarlock, a companion of the Order of the Pelican, and a peer of the Kingdom of Ontir, to become your liege person of life, limb, and of earthly worship. Faith and truth will I bear unto you, to live and die against all manner of foes.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontir. So say we, Octamasades, king Ontir.
So say we, Achaxe, queen Ontir.
Arrive here. Greet your
This is your scroll-like device.
Why not the mom's stomach?
Sure.
Look how fast she is. Go and greet your peers. There should be a, I think there's a hat. No, Eduardo has my hat cage. There it is, yes. Can I trade you? Well, it's only let's say
Sorry.
right this way.
Okay. He just has to work.
Are we gonna do a little dance?
All right, Your Royal Highness, we're gonna do it.
Here's that moment. We're going to take another little stretch if you'd like. If you're free, stand up. Shake it out. Give it a little shake it out. That's good. You like it. Oh, I see a leg. I know. I get jittery, so we'll let it happen. Look at watch it.
I'm wearing suit. It's just a hint of what's to come.
My lords and ladies, it commences the court. Ashley Brunsdottir, please present yourself before their majesty.
Ashley Brunsdottir.
Franklin, Ashley Brunsdottir. Is there a representative? Or are we coming?
She's present outside.
Okay.
Okay, would you like to be her representative? Or can you fetch her? Okay, thank you so much.
Come forward, Alaneth of Williams Keep, and kneel before their majesties, if you are able.
Representative?
Well, thank you, Administrator. we are awarding on the planet a sanguine storm, a very specific AOA for arts and sciences. They kept arts and sciences.
We're still a little confused about this AOA.
They kept service and they kept the community going through COVID, online training, and interest OA, pushing better classes. We honor that and are really thankful for that service. So in recognition, we will award them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're sorry that you're ill. Feel better soon.
Milo's house arrived. Their Majesties command your presence in court.
Representative, do this.
Milo's work fame has come to us for his work in siege, work on and off the field. I like it a lot more off the field than on the field some days. I still respect it because it's awesome. We would like to thank him with the Sable Gauntlet, or award him with the Sable Gauntlet. All of his hard work, passion, and his drive to execute those for us that
Elevate our subjects. Milo's house arrived for their skill upon the field of honor, with fellowship in the noble order of the Sable Gauntlet. Come forth, our Nora Grimm's daughter, and bask in the presence of your rightful sovereign.
Nora, you have written so many of the words that we have spoken and have written in our scrolls. And we would like to recognize you today with a wordsmith. The only one I really Well, you have way more than earned it. You write so many words for so many people, and you do it so beautifully.
your work helps people feel seen, respected, as huge voice not to us, but to our community. And so
thank you.
For subtle mind, flowing ink, and steady hand bent to create visions worthy to record the good deeds of those of our realm, do we, Octamasades, glorious king, and Achaxe, radiant queen, joyfully acknowledge our Nora Grimm's daughter as a wordsmith of Antir. A joyous noise!
Your Majesties, it appears that two of your heralds approach with quite the entourage.
Oh, goodness. I don't see any heralds approaching.
Shall I call them forward?
No, they're coming down.
Dr. Decimus Felix, companion Vivian Muldoon, approach the sable throne.
Majesties, we've been contracted to present one of your candidates to this court of top to us. May we proceed?
Please.
To the royals, populace, honored guests, heed our words and bear witness. In Antir, we refer to the paths of peerage. Every path is as different as the candidates that walk them. There is but one similarity that all share. None of them walk their path alone.
Anna Denisera's path has seen swift river crossing, kissed steps, lost sleep, and has thus far completely failed to die of dysentery.
We have love of her family, of blood, bond, and choice, as well as the peer mentors that championed her banners and just causes. She walked, ran, and sometimes battled, but never alone.
Well known to the scribes of Antir for leadership in design, composition, illumination. She was proved a true servant of Antir.
It isn't enough to simply work hard and lead strongly. If one does not secure the future health of the SCA by teaching, the dream we pursue will fade, and we wake instead to weary graves. Instead, We witness Anna's banners flying over the free skies of Antir. But even more impressive are the flights of our students.
For those here that bear your good witness, fear not, and remember, one does not do these things alone. If you've heard nothing else today, you should learn that none of this happens alone. But with the guidance and the care of those you find upon your path, Anna sees a need and calling. Is called Anna sees a need and feels a calling to join those that create this stage upon which we play and upon which our play continues to spin. The event stewards, benefiting from the efforts or artistry, instruction or care of her leadership, Anna de la Serra, please rise in place if you're able. Should you have ever been to an event Anna has assisted with, should you have ever been on a team Anna has led or worked, please now stand if you're able in this space. That is what a stone in the pond looks like. Majesties, friends, travelers, these are the ripples of the beautiful stones thrown in behalf of Antir.
I present to your Majesties, Eugene de la Serra.
History stands witness to the giants that through will, audacity, and resolve have shattered maps, drove innovation, and seen their names elevated to dizzying heights. All those names share their exploits. What things? Can you guess it? Come on now, let me hear your best notion. What's your guesses? What brings the history's giants to our ears and our minds? No. Also no. That's bang out of work. No, I'll tell you then. Each name, from Genghis Khan to Octamasades, their names echo down the well of time, and they all have a single thing in common as they move the pieces of our world.
They had help. The centurions upon whom the emperor's legates depend. The chatelaine who sees to a queen's guests' comfort. The seneschal who holds the keep in trust while their master is at war. These are the secrets behind the vast successes. These are the hidden wheels upon which destiny turns, without which empires always crumble, rulers are deposed, and dynasties are uprooted stem and branch.
Majesties, one such cog now stands triumphantly before you, super tall. Not for whom the glory is. Not for her the glories of battle song, or the fire-drained rhetoric of the orators. No. For this one, victory is counted in full bellies, gentle rest, and the satisfaction of seeing her people educated, engaged, and well-pleased. Majesties, lords, and ladies, all gentle ladies and warrior femmes, I present to you her ladyship, Anna de la Serra!
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello.
I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has walked this path with me. In Antir, we recognize here that the kingdom makes them. Our community is responsible for all of these people up here. So, thank you.
We have need of our Pelican Council.
Let all members of the Order of the Pelican here present come before the thrones of Antir by order of their Majesties.
It has come to our attention by your wise counsel that one is yet missing, who should be part of your order. Is this correct?
Yes, Is there any of your order that would speak for this candidate?
There is, Your Majesty. For those that do not know me, I'm Iago, Order of Defense, but as is relevant today, Order of the Pelican. Much of what I wanted to say has already been said by powerful heralds. So I will keep this brief. I don't care how long I've been a Pelican, I can still learn. And what I've learned from Ana del Serra is there are very few problems in this kingdom that cannot be solved with the proper use of a spreadsheet.
That's awesome.
She has a spreadsheet, and it's going to work.
Witness.
But what I can also speak to is how fiercely she protects those that are important to her and those that don't know they're important to her, but they're about to become. In every way, shape, and form. Anna is my favorite.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
More than service is required of a peer of the realm. Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry that would speak?
There is. I am Sir Einar Knudsen. The chivalry normally speaks about virtue, but there's one virtue that binds all of the peerages together, and that is heart. We can teach our students many things, but we can't teach them passion. We can't teach them dedication. It is a part of who you are. Heart is what makes us who we are in the society. And that is what Anna brings to this. In the way that she does her work, the way that she interacts with people, the way that she teaches. That heart is what makes her the peer she is. And that is what will make her the peer she is yet to become.
More than chivalry is required for a peer of our realm. Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel who would speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesty.
People win.
We're not held.
That's a good question. I'm Disa Igirgilundi, Baroness of Lumiere, and companion of the Order of the Laurel. I've known this candidate for many years. When I think of Anna, the first thing that comes to my mind is how generous of heart she is. One of the many and most common ways she shows this is through service. It's a rare moment where she does not have several things she's working on to make the kingdom, society, or an individual's life better in some way. But as a Laurel, how can I not speak to the most visible way she improves all of our experience? Anna transforms the skyline, the walls, the processions, and so many other spaces by creating beautiful banners that help make the society a truly magical place to be. Every time I see a banner made by Anna, it reminds me of how much time and care she's put into Antir. I'm incredibly honored.
More than artistry is required of the peer of our realm. Is there a member of the Order of Defense that will speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesty. I'm Master Owen O'Brien, companion of the Master of the Order of Defense. And I would speak to Anna's prowess. And while decked with the thrown fork, I specifically her prowess of service. It is appropriate that the main charge of her device is a bee. Because just like every single bee in a colony has to work to perfection for the society to grow, Anna's work and service to the kingdom and the society as a whole is perfection. And like the queen of a colony, who draws and attracts more into service joyfully. Anna joyfully draws other people into joyous service.
More than prowess is required to be a peer of our realm. Is there a member of the Order of the Rose that would speak for this candidate?
I would speak, Your Majesties. There have been many eloquent things said today by amazingly talented wordsmiths, our Nora not the least of which. As having served as the crown, I can tell Your Majesties without a doubt that Anna has devoted herself to your realm through service. And having served as a landed baroness of this, the greatest kingdom in the known world, I can also tell Your Majesties without a doubt, as a landed baroness herself, she served your people within her barony, without her barony, throughout the kingdom and throughout the known world. German flag! Is it still your desire that Ana de la Sera be created a member of this order? Yes, Your Majesty!
Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Is this also your wish?
Yes.
No. Yes.
The one thing that I have learned in the 21 years since I became a Pelican is that I am still learning. I have also learned that having amazing proteges continues to be one of my greatest sources of knowledge and growth. And you, my dear friend, are no exception to that. Over the years that I've been privileged to be your mentor, you have shown me how to be an exemplar of grace under pressure. You have displayed courage and humility when faced with criticism from both supporters and detractors alike. You have been courteous in your behavior to those who have not always been courteous to you. You understand that even though something may not be your fault, it may still be your responsibility to make amends and find a better path forward. These are all areas that I have struggled with my whole life, that you have worked so hard to master and model. That is why you are not only my peer, but more importantly, you are my inspiration to be a better peer. While we will no longer be in a mutually mentoring relationship, you will always be my friend, my teacher, and my motivation. I am so proud of you and everything that you have done to earn your place among this distinguished order. And I regretfully release you from my fealty.
Anna, greatly contented with your continuing labors and diligent service down here, and people of all of the evidence presented this day, we are minded to recognize you as a companion of the order. Will you accept the master's sign and swear to uphold the tenets and traditions of this order?
Your Majesty, before we proceed further, we would ask that we speak
to our squire and our apprentice. Yes. Anna, our squire and apprentice, we have these words for you. Take them to heart. Every peer of the realm, be they the order of chivalry, laurel, defense, pelican, has a responsibility to serve not only the crown, but the lands as a whole. Each performs to the best of their abilities. The Order of the Pelican is unique among the four orders appearing because they serve, the service expected of a pelican is far greater than that expected of any other peer, even the populace. You're being offered this peerage. Do not falter in it. Assume this responsibility. Your past accomplishments that have got you here, but it is your future actions and words and deeds that will set the examples for those that follow you. We will continue to teach you in the arts, the science, and your fighting skills. The service, we cannot teach you anything. So we will release you from service to us, but we'll keep you as a student to teach. Now, their majesties need an answer.
Then will you, Anna, give your vow to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order, as you must surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world, as far as it is within your powers?
Read the fourth medallion and speak to Clinton, please.
I have this commission specifically for you, based on a piece that I found at the net. As you are my first protege to be elevated in this, the best kingdom in the world. The lineage starts with me to you, and I look forward to seeing how your seeds grow and are elevated in the future.
Bring forth the road and speak its lineage if there is
one. So I made this like in like 2 days. There is no pelican on this because Anna embodies everything there is to be a pelican. There are, however, blood drops that have been sewn onto this by your friends and family and people who like you. And so she'll have a list. There's a spreadsheet.
Wear the stroke as a symbol of that nobility. To wish your own labors as much as our recognition have reached.
Let it be known that on this day, Juliana de la Serra has been admitted to the right noble order of the Pelican, and will be known as a peer in the kingdom of Antier and throughout the known world. Will you now swear fealty to crown and kingdom?
I will.
Upon which symbol of state will you swear fealty?
The matrix.
I, Anna de la Serra, a companion of the Order of the Pelican, and a peer of the Kingdom of Antier, do swear by mouth and hand fealty and service to the crown and Kingdom of Antier, to speak and to be silent, to do and to let be, to serve and to teach, to come and to go, to strike and to spare, in such matters as concern this realm, in need or in plenty, in peace or in war, in living or in dying, until the crown depart the throne, or death takes me, or the world ends. So swear I, Ana de la Sera.
We here shall not forget, nor fail to reward. That was free. Fealty with love, valor with honor, and oath breaking with vengeance.
We, for our part, we swear to protect and defend you and your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereign among you.
So say we, Octamasades.
So say we, Achaxe. Rise and go to your.
For the newest companion of the Order of Pelican, 3 cheers! Hip, hip! Huzzah! 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 You have their Majesty's leave to be back.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your counsel.
Emma,
Step right up the bench.
Bato, if you're here, can you come up the side, please?
Can you get your booty to the front? Oh, there's a sheet of feathers.
She does follow instructions.
It was our absolute honor to reign with you as Oaths and your companionship, your advice, your support, very much appreciated. We would like to recognize you with a throne favor.
Thank you.
And also with
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Asmi Brun's daughter, please present yourself before their Majesty.
Thank you. Wow, I know. Your service. Seneschal, running Acorn War, the last two. That's right.
September.
Yeah.
Really positive. I can't wait.
Service you tried to work. For that, we would like to offer you. We would like to grant you. An Acorn War would be fun. Woo!
September 8th.
Yes, Sheridan.
For the new recipient of the Gute Song, 3 cheers. Hip, hip. Huzzah! Hip, hip. Huzzah! Hip, hip. Huzzah! Their Majesties call upon Dunstan McClellan to come forth.
watching you this rain. And I'm going to start because we're so impressive. You are the epitome of grace and honor. You create space for people. You gently correct when mistakes are made. And we just like to honor you with a grace and honor. Thank you. 3 cheers!
Come on, one more all together now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a little lazy here with our
Just spreading it out. Blood sugar's dropping.
I know, we're trying.
Oh!
Don't lose the cards.
Eugene, please come forward. These spectacular outfits that you see before you are the result of the labor, organization, and teamwork headed up by this woman. Inspired by this woman. They also have been our herald on multiple occasions. Our support, our trusted and very loyal companion. And I am so thankful to have you in our lives and for all that you've done for us.
For the recipient of the throne's favor, 3 cheers. Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Earl Edward Ian Anderson, come before the throne.
Oh, he was just here.
To thunder through history with a singularity of purpose and ride to victory against the foe requires dedication, and those who can combine the expertise of academic pursuits and the aesthetic beauty of the presentation of a lifestyle from such a long ago days brings honor and reality in the dream that is our kingdom. One such person is Earl Edward Ian Anderson. His dedication to the perfection of this persona is a grand example to us all. As the banners stream from his lance, so too does his love of research and endeavors to step from these times and back into history. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that Octamasades and Achaxe, sovereigns of Antir, honor our beloved subject for their embodiment of person within our society. Therefore, do we award him and grant him a cart.
Carry himself in his persona and develop his skills on his person, but for his trusted partners over the years, his equestrian, his horses. And not only does he do this for himself, but he gives that knowledge and support to others. And always carries himself chivalrously, courteously, and with great representation. And it is always an honor to see you on whatever field you choose to take. Thank you so much for the artistry to our
The scroll is done by Yamida.
Huzzah!
For the recipient of the cart, 3 cheers. Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah!
Your Royal Highnesses, please go forth and ready yourselves for later.
Dismissed. Don't trip on the way out.
Rise up for your prince and
Don't eat any
princess.
suspicious food.
Always appreciating your concerns.
Very much look forward to seeing you later. Please do.
Lock the doors.
Sir Altar and Sir Achaxe have both sent petitions here to be read before your Majesties.
Well, let them come forward and present these petitions.
Altar, you are summoned before the presence of the sable throne. In your own time. Don't rush. This is a solemn occasion.
I've come to petition that you accept. So you recognize my protege as Pelican. They have contemplated your offer and the beginning to
Where is Sir Achaxe?
Your Majesties, Sir Achaxe has been called away. But
I know I'm short.
Maggie, you're really blinded.
Just
Sir Achaxe has been called away. This is being threatened not to be here, but I've been asked to speak.
And by me, I mean they.
Have been asked to speak through their mouthpiece and living banner, Ludwiga Wolfkiller, Duchess Leonidas Secundus Antir. Go fight win.
His Grace, or the Grace, the first Grace volunteer recognized in the Royal Court. Matthias extends his regrets to not be here, but supports Wolfgar's petition and would like also to remind your Majesties that you offered his apprentice Jadwiga fellowship in the Order of the Laurel, and would like to, see that come to fruition today.
Sir Altar, your protege stands ready to always lend their skills to our needs. They give joyful of their time and of their talent. Event steward, scribal organization. Truly, they are the unicorn that they manifest. We accept your petition and we will see them join the party.
Yes. We love the artistry the apprentice of Sir Achaxe has brought into the world. And how freely they share their talents with Antir. And in the entire known world. They have grown beyond those talents to seek skill into historic forms and build a community around that pursuit. To the benefit of many, including ourselves. When talent is married to discipline, it becomes skill. And it is time for Antir to recognize a new laurel. We will see Jadwiga, unicorn indeed, join the Order of Makers and Scholars.
The unicorn is singular and a unique creature, and so too is Jadwiga. Oh, spicy Polish name. Radosova, named by their Majesties, and therefore it is the command of the Sable Throne. Let all members, that means all y'all, of the Order of the Pelican and the Order of the Laurel come now before the thrones on tier.
Hear these words of the Titus.
Yes, thank you.
A small bird has arrived just now with the printed word from Sir Achaxe, and with their Majesty's permission, I will read
Beautifully scribbled. Your Majesties, Sir Tyus is currently allowed as senior digital hall of sages to learn the arcane mysteries of the craft known as some as stop motion. Though he is unable to be present, he declares that Yadviga, his apprentice, has sat vigil and heard the wisdom of many. They are prepared to lend their wit and efforts to the Laurels Council as their new member.
Yadviga, Ravadaskova, come now before your sovereigns.
Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Laurel and the Pope. Each of you is a peer of our realm by virtue of your service and your skills. Today stands before us a true unicorn for your consideration.
Several of you have been selected to give brief testimony to our court.
Your Majesties, may I address the court? My dearest Yadviga, I'm so proud. For those who do not know, I'm Sir Nikolai, a member of the Order of Chivalry, and I've had the distinct honor of being married to this wonderful person for 15 years. I wish to list your resume, but I cannot. For were I to even attempt it, there are not enough hours in the day. Your work has been endless, ceaseless, filled with love and dedication. And I'm going to stop before I give so many tears to you. All I can say is it's been a journey, and I'm so honored. Your Majesties, I find this candidate beyond worthy. Obviously, I'm biased. I find your comment true.
Master Guido, words for the Laurel.
Circle back to Master Guido, word for Althea. Words from the Pelican.
I am Althea Philia Lazari, a member of the Pelican community. My first memories of Yadviga were of their enthusiasm fighting on the rapier field. Then seeing the distinct garb they and their partner Mikolai were developing based on their Polish personas. I have watched Yadviga's skills grow on the martial field, and I have heard the many amazingly beautiful scrolls they have created. As Pelicans, we often pay attention to how someone steps in to fill a need with no fanfare. I saw Yadviga do this at Maycrown 2017, when they and two others sat on the grass next to the shield boards, happily painting tiles for fighters who didn't have one, after their Majesties Yurkar and Stjarna had required all entrants to have devices in submission. A key duty of a peer is to be the responsible adult in a situation, especially when no one speaks up, and even when that is uncomfortable or an unwelcome position to take. Twice during my term as Earl Marshal, I have witnessed Yadviga take that role, putting the welfare of our community before their own. In closing, I encourage you to take the opportunity to laugh and learn in Yadviga's marginalia class, or ask them about their love of astronomy. Yadviga, I am so overjoyed to welcome you to this next stage in your career and to hear the counsel you will give in our many future discussions.
Master Kian has not been able to attend, but he has sent his words to Her Highness.
Greetings unto their Majesties on tier and the august gentles of on tier. Please hear the words of Master Kian O'Rourke, servant of the Kingdom of Antir in the Order of Defense. These are his words. It is my great honor to send word of Jadwiga Radamaskova to extol their virtues as a peer of this kingdom. I have found honor, leadership, and diligence to be qualities I look for in peers of the realm. And I believe that Jadwiga is an exemplar of these traits. As a member of the Order of Defense, I feel most qualified to speak of their diligence, dedication to the study of documents and calligraphy from far and wide, the recreation of art styles, and the creation of incredible works of art for the populace of Antir show plainly Jadwiga's diligence to service in the dream of the society. I thank them for their service and their artistry and proudly pronounce them my peers.
Hi, I'm Perfinia Rifkin, and Jadwiga has asked me to speak on behalf of royal peers. When serving as royalty, we strive to ensure people feel seen, nurture community building, and to empower people to pursue their passions. When it comes to community building, Jadwiga is all in. They are the driving force behind the creation of the Thornwood Scriptorium, which is now an essential source for both the kingdom and Cherie to meet their scribal needs. They did this by freely teaching what they know, sharing their tools, fostering enthusiasm, and creating a welcoming environment. They do this in the fighting community as well, ensuring that fighting is accessible, encouraging passion, and fostering opportunity. By creating safe and accepting spaces, they facilitate the health of the kingdom. Jadwiga's efforts enable people to feel a sense of belonging, in turn facilitating their investment in the kingdom and their local groups. Simply put, they cultivate an environment in which a vibrant community can flourish. Jadwiga is the type of peer we should all aspire to be. Is it your desire that this candidate be admitted to these orders?
Yes.
Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Your Majesties, yes. I have 3 fealties that I hold. My fealty to the crown is through Sir Ulfgar, Sir Tyus, and Sir Einar. I ask that I remain in fealty to Sir Einar because my path as a squire is not yet done. But it is time to resolve these bounds of fealty with my other 2 peers.
Thank you for allowing me to come on this journey with you and get me more proud. And I release you to the Majesties of this king.
Witness.
For Achaxe. These are his words. Jadwiga, my friend, for so I name you. Our relationship as patron in charge has been far briefer than I imagined it would be. And as it would sadden me to dwell upon that, I choose to be glad we shared even that small time. I make no claim to your achievement, as it was and will always be your own. Yours was the mind which chose your acts. Yours was the heart that drove them, and yours the hands that made them so. My last words to you as your patron are these. Our time here is brief. Use well the days. And so now, Achaxe releases you from the bond that you took willingly less than a year ago. But he does not release you from his friendship. That you shall always have for years ahead, never to be counted. Take the sash that he gave you and pass it to the one you perceive has stepped upon the path. You now walk. Sorry.
Jadwiga, well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to our kingdom. And right minded to wish it to all of we are minded to create you a companion of the order
of the Pelican
and of the order of the law. Would you accept from us this office? And swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities. By what name will you become our first Helloral Court?
Then will you, Magister Jadwiga Radamaskova, do give now your word to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world as far as it remains within your power?
Bring forth the medallion and speak of its providence.
I am so excited.
This has no lineage save for Achaxe's love and efforts that were put into the making of it. Wow. It's pretty I'm not sure we're getting that back. Take from our hands this token of your accomplishment and our esteem. Bring forth the circlet and speak of its history. There's not a circlet that's too long. There is a mantle, however. Please bring that forward.
The laurel collar.
The collar itself was patterned and designed by, what is this, Siana Delibri, maker of things and stuff. Embroidery and additional sewing help from Canary Brunette, Horstadter, rainbow trim made by the Baroness of Seeker, Anico, unicorns designed by Jadwiga, floral design made by Sir Danger Muppet
Jadwiga, when we called you before us on the field during September crown, we spoke that you truly were and are a unicorn. And know that you will forever be one. Take these tokens from our hands and know that you may travel the known world in the guise of a scribe. Take these tokens from our hands and know that you will travel the known world in the guise of a scribe. But you always have been and will continue to be a unicorn.
I do have a piece with which to present Jadwiga.
Oh,
let it be known on this with the right noble order of the Pelican and the Laurel, and will forever now be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antir. Will you now swear fealty to this crown?
I will.
On what symbol of state will you swear?
I would like to swear upon the crowns.
On tier! A deep sigh of relief. Well done.
I know, it's pinned. No, it's cool. Just give me a second. Do a dance or something.
For the populace gazing upon this crowd ahead of us, know that every one of us here once sat where you are. Find those that stand in this august presence at the front, that speak to your heart, that chase the dreams you would see come to peace. Introduce yourselves and find them, and you'll find yourselves amongst us sooner rather than later.
I, Jadwiga Radamiskova, a companion of the Order of the Pelican and a companion of the Order of the Laurel, will serve the crown in all things, to remember courtesy and kindness, to prize justice above personal gain, to ever enrich the crown with my talents and abilities, to speak and to be silent,
To do and to let be.
to do and to let be,
Come and to go.
to come and to go,
In need and in plenty.
in need and in plenty,
In peace and in war.
in peace and in war,
In living and in dying.
in living and dying,
For this hour henceforth.
from this hour henceforth,
Until death take me or the world ends.
until death take me or the world ends.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say I, Octamasades, king, on tier.
So say I, Achaxe, queen Antir.
Rise, strike
the chord, and go to your peers.
Don't go too far away, because the show must go on.
With the laurel order, please stay.
Sorry about that. Mine's lighter.
Laurel. Your Majesties, Sir Yaroscal, Secretary of the Order of the Laurel, has a petition for you.
Yay!
Your Majesties, at September Crown, after the tournament to choose your successors, a ball was held. In the presence of the Order of the Laurel and your populace, you placed Dagrin Stjarna Ulriksdottir, my wife, on vigil, that she consider the counsel of others, not me, and meet with you at 12 with her answer to your invitation. Now she draws nigh with that answer.
Let the members of the Order of the Laurel who aren't currently present please come forward.
Greetings to you again, the companions of the Order of the Laurel. Each of you is a peer of this realm by virtue of your service and the shining of your amazing talent. Another great noble draws nigh
upon the invitation to join your ranks. Let us hear her response.
Your Majesties, Dagran Starna Ulrichsdottir approaches the throne and dedicates this dance to you and to the people of Antir.
Greetings, Duchess Tiara.
Oh.
Do you? This way. No, do you have an answer to our offer?
I with a heartfelt yes. Thanks.
Are there any that would speak for this candidate?
I wish you met. I am Maestro Eduardo Francesco Maria Letizia, member of the Order of the Laurel, the Order of the Pelican, and Lion of Antir. I have the honor today of speaking of Stiarna. And I hope you can all hear me in the back, because it's going to be an audience participation. I would speak to Stiarna's, first I would speak of Stiarna's research, the depth and breadth that she goes into, her understanding of the dances of not just one time period, but many, the dance masters that she has become acquainted with that are no longer with us, but because of her research, are with us. And I would extol you to look deeply into her eyes and see the love that she has for this research. A moment you'll hear some more words about Stiarna in the building of community. But I would ask you now to repeat after me a few words that I think embody her journey in her life. First and foremost, passion. Passion. Joy. Joy. Kindness. Kindness. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Compassion. Compassion. And always courtesy. Courtesy.
Always courtesy.
Always courtesy. I am honored to call you my peer. And I would ask their Majesties to hear these words of myself and the populace and recommend her to elevation of the Order of the Laurel.
Your Majesties, I'm Earl Everdian Anderson, Knight of this kingdom, Laurel of this kingdom. And I would speak and talk to you about one of the virtues of the chivalric order. It is the most important virtue of the chivalric orders of peerages. But it is not on any list. It does not get listed by any of the knights. That is the virtue of love. This lady picked dance not because it was a solo art done in private, brooding over medals, but because it was done with other people. She showed her love for the community by teaching dance. Your heart, your love drives your motivations. From when you were on the thrones, when you were a baroness, the way you raised your family and created a great community to be with. You then reached out and showed your love by doing the research, but not keeping the research at hand, sharing that research with everybody. This is a way of showing love. You could have gone and got music from a box, like many dance masters do. But no, again, you reached out and showed your love by going to those people that love music and giving them a place to play so that you could dance and that the populace could dance. So, Your Majesties, it is with all my heart that I would recommend this lady to become part of this order, to be the Lady of Love.
I am Master Eugene, member of the Order of the Laurel. Artists are recognized as laurel for excellence in skill and knowledge, but our society also sets the expectation that in addition to meeting this standard of excellence, artists must use their skill and knowledge for the betterment of the kingdom and its people. Today, I will speak of how Stjarna uses her art in service of Antir and the people of Antir. Stjarna creates venue for dancing in Antir. Stjarna sets the expectation that dancing is part of our culture, just as dancing was expected in the historical cultures that we strive to recreate. Why do we dance? The obvious reasons are because it creates joy and it increases pageantry. But from the perspective of the artist, it does something even more intentional and profound. It creates a sense of community, resulting in a feeling of belonging by all who participate. And Stjarna invites everyone to participate. After a few minutes with Stjarna, newcomers feel included, not just as observers, but as participants in the kingdom. And for those of us with rank and experience, you should be excited about what Stjarna has organized this evening. Stjarna has invited us to demonstrate historic nobility, leadership, and pageantry through the first three dances of the ball tonight. People of Antir, this is what art in the service of the kingdom looks like. And this is why we are recognizing Stjarna as deserving to be a member of the Order of the Laurel today.
Are you sworn fealty to another?
Please speak to your mentor. Would you like this? This is the first one. Stjarna, you asked to study everything and be my apprentice. I remember the first time we spoke, and you and your husband escorted me back to my temple. She was down and said, she's telling you she likes you. She's telling you she likes you. It was like junior high dating. You look amazing.
Sometimes more people are interested in that.
Are now released to the occupation.
I'm keeping your.
Keep the.
Leah.
Upon which symbol would you commute your fealty to us?
During the reign of Tiernan and Miranda, I have learned the value of the orb. She enticed David to court with this orb, and it is closest to my heart for this reason. Thanks for warming up. Here do I swear to continue my fealty with you. I am done and sovereign. That I will obey your lawful commands in all manners that concern this realm, and uphold the crown and the kingdom of Antir. And we do here.
And we, for our part, we swear fealty to you and your household, to protect and defend you with all of our power, as long as we remain sovereign and Antir.
So say the Octamasades.
So say the Achaxe Queen, Antir. Well, please use your skill and
Your continued service
to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the desires of your peers, we are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. Will you accept from us this honor?
I swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the order.
I so swear.
And will you, Tiana, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements
Set for the governance of this order,
as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talent that befits the noble, and to seek and to disseminate your talents throughout the kingdom and the world.
With all my heart, with all my love, I will do all those things that you have said to me.
you make me feel proud.
That's don't ever apologize to those people that know the sword. The sword is heavy from all the fealty. All the beautiful.
Here do I vow on this sword to be on this day forward a good and true peer, ever chivalrous and courteous, and ever willing to bind myself in fealty to the crown of my beloved kingdom, to speak and to be silent, to do and let be, come and to go, in such matters that concern this society, in need and in plenty, in living or in dying, till death take me, or the world ends. So say I. Dagrin Stjarna Ulriksdalmer. I was looking up at your eyes. Baby. I wanted that from you. Thank you.
of the companion of the Order of the Laurel. You can still rise.
There is, if I may.
Please.
A close cousin of this medallion was made with the generosity of Mistress Laurel and Brandavan, with Gerard de Beauchamp in mind. Unfortunately, it could not go to Gerard, and it was given to my beloved Baroness, Mistress Isabel de Vinois, who passed it to, we lost it. And with incredible generosity, Laurel made this medallion a duplicate. And it in turn was passed on to mes frères, Melody d'Argent, and then came to Sarah de Gondy. So you are being Frenchified, whether you want to.
Take this medallion from our hands as recognition of a symbol of your estate, to which your labors, as much as our hands recognition, have raised you. Wow. This scroll was created by Yamiga. Rise and show your peers. In the back.
By one accord, the Sable Lions request the presence of Clovis and Shamina.
I've seen that face before. Hello, friends.
I was not talking to anyone.
Honor Baroness.
Friends.
We very much appreciate all of your work, in our name, all of your trust in us, all of your support, your sauciness. And your support. So we would recognize you and give you our
You would also like kingdom, us,
War and urgent to scroll. Go ahead and read the words.
You have words for us, Mr. Groves?
Wishing to honor those who humbly and quietly serve our community, for whom the gift of love and service is sufficient motivation, the Queen's honor of the Ore and Argent was established. A unique award given out only once per reign to acknowledge an individual who labors quietly, serving in the shadows of the Lion Throne, on tasks for the betterment of Antir. Thus does Her Majesty rightly invite Rovus de Walton to be recognized with the Ore and Argent.
This is a fairly new and not often given recognition, and I'm going to explain it a little bit. This is kind of the Queen's version of a Lion of Honor. This is given once a reign. It is given to somebody who exemplifies what it is to be Ontarian and exemplifies what we strive for in the SCA. Your work during the pandemic kept many of us going, and your work as Baron continues such and as health. And you are very dear to my heart, and you are my choice.
Always.
You'll never say anything. Your Majesty.
Just one second. I'll do you right now.
This has been such an incredible journey with you. I am so thankful for your trust and faith and love for me. Thank you for being my king.
Antir,
Antir!
behold my inspiration. When I do my art, my bit of performance art, whether it's 5 seconds on the field or 15 minutes, it is her heart that gives me the strength to carry my honor and hers on and off the field. It is her love and trust in me that tethers me to my foundations. It gives me the courage to trust myself and my opponents. I can't talk loud. It has been my honor to place you on this throne, and my honor to serve beside you and learn from you and grow and become the person that I see when I look in your eyes. Master Torfin made me a symbol. All right, now that I've tried that out, I know. So on here, it has been an amazing journey. I want to thank those folks that are sitting up here with us, because without you all, we could not have done near as good a job. Your support for you and your predecessors, Bato and Emma, you guys, you have enriched your principalities, you have enriched our kingdoms, and you have, among the smallest, you've enriched our lives and given us your hearts You've taught us. You've helped keep us whole, and you've been there on our journey with us behind the scenes, and it means the world to me. All those folks, and we have a little bit of words later, but all of you that have stood behind us, that have stood in front of us and kept us going, given us all of your time, your family sacrifices so that we could do this and be better. There is no word or words that can thank you for that.
And thank you all for being here and witnessing everything.
And I'm here without the populace, without all your love and heart and passion and excitement, we would not be the best kingdom in the known world.
On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier! Thus suspends the court of Achaxe and Octamasades. Please, you have their Majesties' leave to take some refreshment. Return at 1:30 for the commencement of Coronation Court.
I have a tissue.